There's no reason to go to Michael for anything that isn't a pastoral thing. Why would you go to him and complain about me?
Go straight to the source.
That's because you're trying to cause division.
Excuse me.
That's what it wants.
Who's gone to pastor and done that?
Cause division. It wants to go talk to you about me. It wants to go talk to you about me. It gets pissed when I say, don't talk to my leader that way. Well, I don't really care what she did. You do not talk to her like that. That's disrespectful and rude. And if you're going to come against me for telling you not to talk to my leader that way, you just identified yourself. You just blew it. Because if you're educated about what they do and their behaviors, you can spot them a mile away. So much that the stupid person letting it operate in them can't. Now, how can it be in me, and it's operating and doing all this stuff in me, and I can't figure it out? Because the enemy doesn't want me. He wants me to know a form of godliness. You know, I'm all that in a box of chocolates. It's all about me. I'm not here because of me. I'm here because of Christ. Amen. Now, why would I want to teach on this? Why would I want you to know about prayer and fasting and doing those things and having boot camps and those kinds of things if my goal was to destroy you? Come on. I don't listen to someone talk about someone and then not say, okay, let's go talk to him. Let's find out what's going on. Because there's some misunderstanding here. No, that's the enemy when you go, oh yeah, he's a jerk, huh? Yeah, I would be pissed. Yeah. I'm not going to stir up more strife in a situation. We need to get to the bottom of the situation and find out, where is this coming from? Because it's almost always the enemy. Doing something and hurting someone's pride, hurting someone's ego, hurting someone's self-esteem, doing something to destroy you, to create anger in you, so you'll be mad at another person. And then when we sit down and talk about it, it's like, well, that was nothing. Really? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm talking about this. Me and Patrick were talking about this on the way back from Rivers.
Oh, wow. It will also be capable of giving false prophecies, visions, and dreams. She calls herself a prophetess, a pastor, or whatever, a teacher. I have all these labels because I'm so smart. No. With this kind of spirit really hating all of God's prophets, it can only be expected that this spirit will falsely prophesy whenever it can. This kind of spirit is thus able to give its host false prophecies, false words, false dreams, false visions, all in an attempt to make its host look more spiritual than they really are, and to allure us many other people into its web that it can, so it can build up its own base and following. It's trying to get people to follow it. I want you to come over to my side. And then when they're on their side, they kill it. How many stayed on their side?
No.
They kill it. They turn them in. How many times did that person say you were doing stuff and then be your friend into? And I'm like, look, what in the hell is wrong with you, Alex? What the heck? Why would she let you into a room with drugs all over the freaking room?
It's funny because she was like, I remember one of the days she was getting really high. She was like, Alex, we just need to get people on board with Team Andrew and Cece. And I was like, You're saying this to me as you're like nodding out.
That picture she sent that said one ring to rule them all.
That's the very thing that I was thinking too. She sent a gold ring to Andrew. You know, a gold ring. And said, one ring to rule them all. The devil is stupid. He will make the, he also wants to destroy her. If he's got you tied up and bound up, he's got your territory now.
You want somebody else's.
He wants yours too. Because if I have any power in this, you know, if you have any authority in Christ, if you have any anointing on you at all, and he knows your land and your territory, he's coming after you. So if he can destroy you and use you to do other people, that's what he does. So now he's causing a person to infiltrate other ministries and start destroying things.
I knew that spirit was attacking this place when I first came here, and I seen that the leaders were being kind of plucked out. I knew that it was that spirit, the praise and worship leaders. And then I came home one day when I was just brand new here, and I seen the situation with Miss Irene and Ken, you know, and at the same time it was like one spirit was attacking, and then there was another argument going on. And you know, I could see it right when I came, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just being 100% honest. When I was a teenager, I operated fully in that spirit.
That one of them spirits was trying to destroy you the day you got here. Trying to keep you from being here.
Right, and
saying all kinds of stuff, Latae, you won't even believe.
Yeah, well, Heidi
trying to cause problems.
Heidi said, I'm gonna go talk. I said, please don't talk for me. Nope. I'm gonna pray. Me and my friend prayed on the phone, and whatever God's will is, it'll be done.
God worked it all out.
Amen. I wasn't gonna push my way in because I know that that's not God. You know, and I thank God because now my son is here. My son knows I operated in that spirit, and when you can't get control over the man, then they start targeting the kids. And it starts breaking down the
to use my
kids.
Children many times.
Yeah, no, I'm saying me as the woman operating in that spirit, and it demasculines the kids. It makes them feminine, and people don't want to accept that. But this heavy, ruling, hard hand mom who's really manly, it's really almost like a lesbian or bisexual thing for me. It demasculines the kids. It makes them more feminine because they're crouching down and I can't explain it, but I've seen it and it's ugly.
This is why all prophecy has to be judged and properly discerned. So you can determine where it's really coming from, as the Bible warns us about false prophets.
Amen.
It also runs in tandem with the mocking spirit. It has, in several cases I was allowed to watch and observe, is that this spirit runs in tandem with what is called a mocking spirit. When the head chief demon, such as a Jezebel spirit, moves in on the inside of a person's body, they will usually travel in groups, and they will thus have numerous other demons under their control and authority. So not just Jezebel's operating in there. So the door's open, there's lots of room. But what? You cast one out and 7 more come. Jesus. One of the underlyings of the Jezebel spirit will be what is called a mocking spirit. It's known as a blocking type spirit. Its job will be to cover from the Jezebel spirit and try to distract people from figuring out that this person really has a Jezebel spirit on inside of them. Many deliverance ministers have first come across the mocking spirit when they're trying to deliver someone with a Jezebel spirit. This spirit can actually be quite funny and comical at times, and has literally made some deliverance ministers laugh right in the middle of an actual deliverance. The spirit will try and distract you and get you off center so you do not stay too focused on trying to get rid of the Jezebel spirit. The mocking spirit will make fun of, make light of, and make jokes about everything and anything, and it is quite funny and comical when it does. When it moves in operation ahead of the Jezebel, it will try and take the sting out of some of the evil things that will come out of the person's mouth and actions. As so many people get very quickly appalled when some of these evil traits start manifesting through the person's personality. However, do not let this mocking spirit fool you with the dark humor and jokes. Operating behind it is probably the most evil of all of Satan's demons.
Mm.
And it especially hates prophets, prayer, and spiritual warfare. That's why I said anyone who says they don't like prayer, something's going on.
Right.
Another very obvious thing in this kind of spirit is an absolute hatred and disdain for anything to do with spiritual warfare, prayer, and anything to do with God's true prophets.
Mm.
Why it doesn't touch Jesse. You ever noticed none of these people hone in on her?
I know somebody that doesn't like her, and I told them that that's the devil inside of him.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
she's
Pastor
sweet
said,
and kind.
when they don't like me, it's because the spirit in them doesn't like the spirit in me.
Right.
That's what it is. And it's battling against that. And it's not gonna win me, so it's gonna go after my husband and it's gonna go after my leaders.
And the only time I've seen her pipe up is when somebody was talking about you, when they were calling you out of your name. That's the only time I ever seen her pipe up and get,
Same with Irene.
yeah, I've never seen it.
It also hates anyone who is actively involved with spiritual warfare of the Lord. It hates these two types of people because prophets and those well trained in the area of spiritual warfare are its greatest threat. Prophets and those who are trained in the area of spiritual warfare can easily spot and pick up when they come across this kind of spirit. And they will then know how to get rid of it if the person is open to receiving an actual deliverance. I haven't seen one of them actually be willing to be delivered. They usually have a strong enough hold by the time they get here.
Jeez.
They're prideful enough that they leave.
David Thompson.